People are always blaming their circumstances for what and who they are. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them. George Bernard Shaw. Now, there are hundreds of successful entrepreneurs that I can point to that have done just that. They've looked for the circumstances that they wanted and did what they wanted to do anyway. So let's get something straight at the outset of this video. Unavoidable or unchangeable circumstances do not prevent you from accomplishing goals or succeeding. Some excuse makers think blaming circumstances, i.e. any external factors that you didn't choose but that you need to deal with, gives them a pass on facing their reality. If you can't find a good janitor, the thinking goes that you don't have to worry about how clean your establishment is. You have no control over it anyway. You don't have to take the necessary actions to improve what's wrong because the factors outside your control, such as the weather or the greater economic situation or the hiring pool, get in your way. Exigent circumstances may be challenging to deal with, but they aren't impossible to address. So when you hear yourself saying, "My physical condition prevents me from fulfilling my dreams. The neighborhood is really bad. The demographics are wrong for my business. My location is bad. There are no good people around here to hire. The weather destroys my chances of success. The government policies make it impossible for me to be profitable. My competition is killing me." Well, it is time to face your circumstance excuses and stop bullshitting yourself. So here are a few ways to get out of your own way, make the most of what you've got, change what's in your control, and spin the other stuff on its head and propel yourself forwards. And if you want me to do a more detailed video on this or any of the other business bullshit cleared up subjects, just drop me a comment below and subscribe, and let's get you the business that your hard work deserves. So first off, I need you to take a second or a third look. It's the economy, or it's the pandemic, or other forms of "that's the way things are" thinking that I hear over and over again. It sounds insurmountable, doesn't it? And let's be fair, you can probably coast on them for quite a while, can't you? So actually you need to give situations a second or a third look, different perspectives, re-examine the existing conditions that are facing you, and at least ask yourself what a particular obstacle is really telling you. Take time to understand why things have failed or are failing. Can you go back to the drawing board with what's left? Take the existing environment and adapt to it so you can serve existing stakeholders and attract new ones. See unchangeable circumstances not as obstacles that allow you to give up, but as opportunities for growth. Successful, excuse-free people work with what they have. Come on, get happy. Stop putting so much stock into what other people think. Of course, you should listen to other people's considered opinions, but we also have to understand where those opinions are actually coming from and whether they are saying what they're really saying holds true. And don't use toxic people and toxic situations for toxic reactions. Choose how you behave. If you have a tendency to see all or most barriers as impenetrable to your success and well-being, you have to do a little bit of work to change that. If you're not naturally optimistic, you can practice being optimistic. Begin by not putting so much stock into what people think. Again, don't use toxic people and toxic situations for toxic reactions. Choose how you behave, react and respond. Learn from the past, but don't live there. And don't get caught up in the social media information loop. Engage with your community and become part of it. Flip the script, actively question your negative assumptions about your situation. Deal with existing conditions, don't be defined by them. Bottom line, every problem has a solution. If you really think that your location is the problem, you have one of two things to do. Move your location or make the location work for you. If you stay, the trick is to make the place compelling. Likewise, the secret to building a successful team is looking beyond the superficial elements. Get the right personality for your needs. And it all boils down to that bloody awful phrase, when life gives you lemons, make some lemonade. But better still, I'll actually give you something to think about. Whatever your circumstances, whatever state you are in, whatever level you think you are at, you are wrong. It is bullshit. Anyone can change anything. Your circumstances, your choice.